Let me put my shit on. Yeah. Let me put my shit. What we talking about? How y'all feeling, man? Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is the Daily Go Get a Business Show. Yes, on this pretty Tuesday, all up in your area. I hope y'all feel like real men and women should, because I'm feeling like a real man should. You think I'm not when I am? You think I ever run scam? Well, I don't, and I won't promote. I am going to kick this stuff that I wrote. Yo, we talking about ain't no coming back from this. What do y'all know about not being able to come back from something? What do you know about being at the end of your rope and taking the last chance on the last stand? What do you know about getting to the point where you may have done something to someone or to a situation where you know that as soon as it gets traced back to you, and you may have done it so it would definitely get traced back to you, but you know it ain't no fixing this, ain't no repairing this, ain't no turning it around, ain't no way that you could go any farther with this, ain't no coming back from this. Now, it may have been something that was small but has a big impact. I remember I was dealing with a woman years ago, and her ex-husband, I think I told you about this before. You know, I always be telling you all my shit. But her ex-husband had separated from her. He moved out of the crib. He moved out of the crib, like he kind of snuck out of the crib. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to leave your woman and your whole family, there was 4 kids there. Two were his and 2 weren't his biological children. They were hers. But he had 2 biological children by her, and they were married, fully married. He leaves the crib while she's at work. So he takes all of his shit and moves it out while she's at work. On some old, when she come home, look, she gonna be all surprised, like blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if he announced that he was moving, but when he came back to get his shit, he definitely didn't announce that he was coming back to get what he felt like what was his. And one of the things that he took when he came back to get his shit was it was like a 50-inch plasma TV. Now, this is like 2007, something like that, 2007, 2008. Some, when having a big screen TV was a big deal. You know, this is when them joints used to cost some money. And this wasn't a 2007 model. So they had it since like 2004, 2005, something like that. Something along those lines. So that cost a pretty penny. This was that tax return money type of TV or gift or item. Anyway, he came and he took the TV. And when she told me that shit, I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, that's a bum ass nigga. For me, it wouldn't be no coming back from that. You steal something out of my house, even if you felt like it was yours. But forget about the stealing the TV part. Because he could say, well, I paid for the TV, I should be able to take it. All right, I would say that. Except for that TV is the TV that your family watches. All of the children in the house that you have left and are taking none of them with you watch that TV. So to me, that was just such a mean-spirited thing to do. Like it was petty. And even though this is pretty petty Tuesday, there's some pettiness that I can laugh at, and there's some pettiness that I think ain't funny. It's not even all that petty. To me, that was a big thing. To me, if I was her, there wouldn't be no coming back from that. Like, you not just getting me back. I gotta explain to the kids why it ain't no TV in the living room and why daddy got it, which is going to bring even more grief and misunderstanding to an already strained situation. Like, that's some nut ass shit to do. Dude, there's no way you need a TV wherever you're going. You don't need to take the TV from where you are with you. So your kids who are still there can't watch the TV. And so they have to ask mommy, well, what's going on? Why would daddy do that? And, you know, how you know it was him? Or like, what? Come on, man. Nut shit. So, you know, to some people, that wouldn't be such a big deal. For some people, they say, well, you know, yeah, it was petty, but it is petty. But for me, that was major. That was major. I'm like, your husband ain't shit. Like, that's the, honestly, that had me looking at her sideways. Like, that's the nigga, that's the type of nigga you married that nigga? Like, mess with him, even have a baby. Shit, that can happen in a night. You married this man? Because you ain't gonna tell me that behavior that he displayed was the first time that he grew into that. You ain't gonna tell me that that's what he became. Which takes us to the topic of this discussion tonight. Ain't no coming back from that, from this. When there's no coming back from something, you already know that you probably either have been putting up with a situation, putting your pride to the side, putting your ego in check in order to keep harmony in a situation. That's probably what you've been doing. But something has probably happened to create a powder keg to the point where it's going to blow up. You done lit the fuse, and at the end of that fuse is a stick of dynamite or some other explosive, to whereas you can't turn it off and you can't control the damage that's going to be done. But what you do know is that it's going to destroy everything that's within its reach and in its path. That's what you know. So you should think long and hard before you do this kind of shit. Doing something mean-spirited, like taking the family TV out of the house that you have moved out of secretly, like you wasn't even a man about it. Well, yeah. Doing something like that is something that you would think about beforehand, and you did it to be mean. Like, basically, fuck my ex-wife. And more than likely, there was probably a woman behind that he was messing with, and she might have been fueling that, like, yeah, take the TV. Fuck her. You know, that type shit. Because, you know, your next joint or your new joint or your side joint, they'll co-sign anything you say. You know how it is. You know how that shit is. They, you know, jealous women be in the background, messy women be in the background. Yeah, well, you know, they dumbasses will tell a nigga, yeah, fuck, you ain't gotta pay child support for them, but just pay child support for mine. As long as you take care of mine, I don't give a fuck. She probably got another nigga taking care of her and the kids, you know what I mean? You dumbass. You's about a dumbass. But anyway, I think I'm starting off with a little too much fire for the beginning of the show. Damn, we ain't even in. Are we in 5 minutes? I mean, yeah. All right. But I'm saying, this is what we talking about when we talk about ain't no coming back from this. Ain't no coming back from this. You know that there are some things that you do when you know it ain't no coming back. You go to work today and you cuss your boss out. Or you lay hands. You know, you can't fix that. You can't fix it. You can't. You may have said things that HR is going to be like, even your union, if you're a union member, they like, look, we're going to go to arbitration about it, but You're toast, ma. You toast, pa. You're out of here. We gonna fight for you tooth and nail, but we know that you done laid your ass across the road tracks. Ain't no coming back. You have went outside, dick out, no slacks. And you think that you would make it, but you basically have gone out and posted naked pictures on your Facebook. You know that your account is gonna put you in jail for life. You a trife. Ain't no coming back from this. Y'all know? What y'all got for me? What y'all know? What you know about that Care Bear? What you know about that Cal Chamberlain, friend, me favorita? What you know about Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious, great pearl in the world? What y'all know? Ain't no coming back from this. Yeah, it's rap. Yeah, you go to work today. You know what I mean? You may have been sick of your boss for a while. You've been feeling it welling up. You tried to control yourself. Y'all got into a disagreement. You let it fly. You let it fly. You said things. You might have violated some civil rights with the things that you said. Forget about getting fired. That's a done deal. You getting fired. You might have put yourself in litigation with the things that you said. But ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no, I didn't mean it. I was only mad. I was frustrated. My mom been sick for a while. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. You done messed up all that. You done. You are diggity done. Done diggity diggity. Ain't no coming back from that. You know when it happens. You know when it happens. You know? Cuss out your boss, steal money from a job, blatantly do some insubordinate shit. Well, look, make sure that these papers are filed before you go home. All right, I'm about to do it. Or you straight up say, I ain't doing it. Like, stop playing around. Yeah, all right. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. Ain't no coming back from that. You just outright direct. Ain't no coming back from it. You can't fix it. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get It Business Show. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. The Daily Go Get It Business Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752. AKA Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show, we are talking about ain't no coming back from this. Ain't no coming back from this. Now, there are some situations where you might think that there are no coming back from, and sometimes you are able to come back from them. Sometimes we think that there isn't any coming back from things that we may have done on purpose. For example, going to work and cussing out your boss. You might have figured, I'm done. I might as well take off my badge. Punch out. Deuces. Come to find out, they found out a way to, they actually just gave you a write-up for the shit. And it might not even been it might have been your first write-up. So your write-up might be pushed up a little higher. You know what I mean? It might be pushed up a little higher instead of it being like a verbal warning. They might have pushed it up to like already a written, or maybe even a little further. Like you went from 0 to a final warning. They might have done that for you. Look, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna take care of you, baby pop. We got you. Like, yeah, you better not do no shit like that again. Now you're on your last warning. But yeah, all right. We looked out. So you might have thought like, yo, I know I sealed the deal or that. But you didn't. You know what I mean? Which shows your lack of understanding about what you can do and what you can't do. You know, for some people, when they found out that they could cuss they boss out and not get fired, that could have put a battery in their back. And now they're like, well, after this final warning time is over, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna get back on 0. I'm gonna walk off this year or two, however long it takes, and I'm gonna do it again. When in all reality, you was ready to lose your job that day. What does my shirt say? It says dope black dad, because that's what I am. I'm a dope black dad. Yeah. I'm a dicky. I'm a dope black dad, baby. I wish that you had one. I'm a dope black dad, son. Dope black, dope black dad, son. If you ain't a dope black dad, son, you better go and get you one. All right. Anyway. So, yeah. There are times when you may not have calculated the risks of what you're doing, but you pretty much know when you've done something that you would not forgive, and that might be what you consider to be something that there ain't no coming back from. Now, I've talked pretty much about when there ain't no coming back from this in terms of what we may have done in a situation that we didn't think that there was any coming back from. But of course, we've all had our feelings hurt. We've all been done dirty by somebody. We've all been wronged. What has somebody done to you where there wasn't no coming back from this? Like I said, in a marriage, there might be things that you do. Like you got caught digging your side joint out in your bed, in your house. You got caught. Like, dog or John, what we doing? And you might figure ain't no coming back from that. Honestly, people have gotten deleted from doing that. There have been people who have come back from that. I don't know how you could witness your man pull his wet dick out of the pussy of a John that he was fucking in your bed and come back from it, but I've known it to be done. It's crazy. It's crazy. And yeah, not every man goes ape and murks his wife and the dude that she was messing with when he catches her cheating on him. And I've known situations where yeah, in relationships, marriages, whatever, you be amazed at what people are able to come back from. I'm talking about taking the family TV out of the crib and not being able to come back from that. So you see where my sensitivities lie. I'll be goddamn if I see my girl legs cocked open with a man in between them and they both looking back at me like, I don't fashion myself to be a killer. And I really hope to be, to end my time in this world without taking a life. But that would make me do it by default. Like, I don't see no way else I could explain this. I gotta fight this in court. I got to. I might even still miss my girl or my wife, but I gotta take them out. Both of them. I have no choice. People be like, I would just walk away and blah, blah, blah. And thank God that I saw what I saw. I've heard people take that route. No, not me. Both of them, it's all going to end tonight. I've always fantasized that, like, if I have to go to jail, I would be able to fix all of my affairs. Like, yo, I got to pay my bills around the first. Let me do that before y'all lock me up. You know what I mean? So at least I ain't leaving, at least I ain't leaving a whole lot of, financial burden on my peoples, because I'm going to need them to take care of my crib. Because when I come home in 30, 40 years, I'm still with my crib. I'm coming home in 20. You know what I mean? That wasn't premeditated. They're going to look at that as a crime of passion. I might be home like 2038. I might be home in 2038. I'll be a senior citizen by then. I'm going to come back to the crib. I'm going to be right back around the way. Anyway. But yeah. So with me, there wouldn't be no coming back from that. Like this, nah. Like, I've cheated before. I've been cheated on before. That ain't no big deal. But I ain't never let them see it, and I ain't never see it myself. You know what I mean? You cheat respectfully. You don't rub that in the face or play around in that area. You don't shit where you eat. You don't do that. There's no coming back from that with me. But I'm sensitive. I can see myself shedding tears and being very sad as I'm removing these two stains from the earth. And what about their families? They won't understand why I did this. They won't understand. Their families are going to say, "No, you didn't have to do that. You could have done something else." And they're right. But no. Nope. If you don't want this to be the last day on earth, and you let me catch you in that situation, then what you need to do is get the weapon from out of my hand. Even if my weapons are only my hands. Like, yo, man, Nicole Brown Simpson and the bull, somebody cut both of them up at the same time. How you beat two people to death at the same time? Like, did the one of them try to help and then they wind up getting beat to death? Like, how did you do that? Oh, I don't know, man. I blacked out. I don't even remember. The cops came. They had to wake us all up. I went Tasmanian devil on them. I don't know. Blacked out. Yeah. Oh, you really got your heart broken? Like, nah, I didn't even really like all that. I wasn't even in love like all that. It was the principle of it. Man, I wasn't trying to go back around the way and be like, yo, man, I just let it go. You know what I mean? Because it was what it was. Like, nah, son. I had to go back around the way. I couldn't go back to my family and explain to them that I caught. You know what I mean? I caught my joint getting dug out. They're like, nah. They're like, and you didn't. You ain't no bodies come out of that. You saw naked bodies, but they remained. They didn't turn out to be two dead bodies. No. So this is bigger than me, and that's why I ain't no coming back from that. But that's just me. I wouldn't encourage anybody else to take on those kind of feelings because it ain't that deep to y'all. Cheryl Hudson says, if you slap your mama, never mind. That's going too far. You're dead. Nope. I've known plenty of people who beat up their parents. That's crazy. But yes, I've known people who beat up their parents and got away with it. They might not have been able to move back home, but they more than survived. I've known plenty of people who have fought their parents and won. Some of them hit first. And of course, we've known stories of people who have eliminated their parents, deleted their parents, took their parents out on some Mendez Brothers shit or worse. Plenty of people have done it. Now, my thing is, how does the rest of the family deal with a family member who has deleted another family member? I can't believe I'm saying deleted. Oh my God, this hurts. This conformist behavior. Care Bear says, had a friend steal from, had my ex-husband steal from me. So I guess that's had a friend steal from me. Had my ex-husband steal from me. And also he didn't pay child support, even though I never took him to court. He had chicks in my car while I was at work. So yeah, there's no coming back from that. That's dope. TNC, BFT, TNC, BFT, TNC, BFT. There's no coming back from that. That. No coming back. There's no coming back from that. TNC, BFT. Yeah. There's no coming back from that. Yeah. No coming back. No coming back from that. TNC, BFT. Dope. Shirley Shore says, I know someone who turned from God, got struck by lightning in their dying bed, repented, made a miraculous recovery, and now walking around almost like normal. I guess there was some coming back from that. Many people have reputed or have denounced God, and I mean, atheists do it every day. And I swear to God, I ain't never heard of one atheist ever getting struck by lightning or having a bad life. Atheists be rich. I don't know, man. I don't know, son. I don't know. But the Lord forgives, right? So the Lord forgives, Jesus saves. You know what I'm saying? Kerry says, I took a lot as it is, never again. I hear that. Cheryl says, I be like Mr. Biggs. I'm about to catch a case. Carol Chamberlain says, I know someone who snapped over finding their partner in bed with someone else. The dude was nearly unalived. I know somebody who was unalived. I remember that. My ex-brother-in-law's boy. This was his right-hand man. I don't know if he was, if this was the woman's ex or her current, but she caught them together. I remember thinking back at the time, like, so he gonna get away with that? I don't know. I always be thinking the street justice way, and I shouldn't really think that way because I ain't even about that life. But I know I could be if I needed to be. B2B says, one thing I could never come back from was finding out someone close to me lying on me, rumors or slandering me, usually family. Mia Cunningham, what's going on? And Vita also says, my Costa Rican friend was cut off after 10 years of friendship because she disrespected my house. Went behind my back, called animal control on my dog for barely touching her. Did not even break the skin. Man, she called animal control. Oh man, I got bit, but I got a mark right here. Can y'all see the shit? where my brother-in-law's dog bit the shit out of me. I mean, he fucked me up. He did. But he wound up dying a little while after. And I was fucking with the dog. Because I couldn't accept that a dog wasn't fucking with me. Like, dogs love me. Dogs, cats. Like, I run dogs and cats. Like, what? And he was acting funny. Well, he proved to me that we wasn't friends, and I ain't like it. He ain't like me. He gave me a good bite. I was ready to murder that dog. But I sure wasn't calling no animal control. That's for sure. He got his in the end. He got sick. He was an old dog. Mia says, I think anyone can be about that life. I'd place in the if placed in the right circumstances. Mia says, there's no coming back from domestic violence with me. You slap me and I'm going to slap you back and it's over. You know what? I don't know about domestic violence, but I know that I've never made friends with anybody I fought. Anybody that I've ever fought, we never was cool again. Since I was a kid. Of course, when you kids, you know. But as an adult, if you put your hands on me, because it becomes more serious as an adult. You know, some people are able to put their differences to the side. Not me. You ever put your hands on me? First of all, it's not going to stop till I win. And you can best believe this is the way it's going to be from now on. That's it. It won't be like, yo, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what I mean? I ain't mean. Like, you can apologize all you want. Ain't no coming back from that. All right. V2B says, yeah, she also was staying with me, free for 3 weeks. Went behind my back and asked my dude to smoke with her. She had to go. Oh. You was dealing with a nasty ass South American. Nasty ass South American, yo. Holla back. Holla back. Emily Dunlaps is in the house. Bow! She's about to turn it out. She says, you run dogs and cats, and I run from dogs and cats. Yes, I do not run from dogs and cats. I definitely do not. I don't care how mean the dog is. I'm be like, nah, doggy, we can work this shit out. I'm gonna get you to wag that tail. Mia says, if you call the cops on me, there's no coming back. Bing! Ain't no coming back from the yo. You called a beast on me? The beast? Oh no. That will not be forgiven. No coming back from that. B2B says you can never come back from violence anymore, period, especially in the house. In-house. Yeah. Nope. Calling the cops on me, having me have to explain myself. You know, yeah, that calling the cops on you shit. When neighbors do that shit with each other, they never be right again. Like, nah, I'm good. Calling the cops on each other, calling L and I on each other, all that old shit. Like, no. Well, L and I, okay. we probably won't be cool like that, but you might be able to come back from an L&I call. But the cops? Oh, no. L&I ain't got no handcuffs. And we can go to court to work that out. I could just fix the violations and everything be all right. If it was valid anyway. B2B says, when I seen pictures of my ex in Daytona Beach, on the beach, where we had never been on his social media, I knew we was done. Florida shit. She said, not only that, the fool jumped up and flew to New York one weekend without telling me. Oh, God. He sent pictures to my phone with him and his mother. I said, this month. How dry I am. How dry I am. He should stop posting pictures and making phone calls. But see, that's the shit that people will do when they feel like they are justified or entitled to do it. A motherfucker will shit on you if you tell him it's okay to shit on you. Or if he finds out that there ain't gonna be no consequences. And when we talk about there ain't no coming back from this, basically we are talking about situations where you may have let something go for a while, but then they finally top off. They top off, you know what I mean? Like, you know how you fill up a cup and you leave a little bit of room for you to be able to sit. But when you top off, you know how you can fill up a cup actually higher than the rim of the cup? You know what I mean? If you look at it the right way, you see that it's a little bit over the rim. So if you touch the cup in any kind of way, it's going to spill. There's no way you can keep from spilling the cup. And it might be hot. Well, that's people keep filling up the cup. And you probably keep drinking it down to where there's still some in the cup. But then they finally fill it up so high that it's above that lip. It's above the rim of the cup. And you know you can't touch that without spilling over. Ain't no coming back from that. You're done. You're done. But you gave it chances. You gave it chance after chance after chance after chance. You wanted this thing to work. Here's how dry I am. B2B says, I felt like he wanted me to snap. Well, he definitely wasn't doing, from what you're saying, he wasn't doing the things to make things better. Yeah. So, I mean, and a lot of this depends on what your threshold of bullshit is. Like, you might have a high threshold of bullshit in one area and a low threshold of bullshit in another area. It depends on where you are in your emotional life and the things that you have gone through, overcame, or the things that have really damaged you. That's going to be the difference in what you will allow or disallow. Those are going to be the things that are going to determine whether there's any coming back from that or not. So, whereas for me, I might be able to come back from cheating if I don't see it, because it's like a perceived thing. Like, for me, I don't have to see it. Like, if I know what I know, I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? You got it. But I might not consider you to be a bad person. You know what I mean? It might not have been, we might have been younger, whatever. It might have been another time in my life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I might have just been too sensitive for it. But like I said, if I catch another man pulling out of you, like, I ain't got no business seeing that. I ain't got no business seeing that, yo. No business. No business at all. So ain't no coming back from that. But like I said, you know, people have different thresholds for their BS. So whereas just like Vita's saying, like domestic violence is a threshold, you know, there are plenty of people that you know and I know who can put up with plenty of domestic violence. Like Mia might be like, nah, this nigga put his hands on me, you out. Where Mia friends might be like, yeah, I mean, we fight sometimes. You know how females who are cool with domestic violence, they don't never say, yeah, he beats me or he be hitting me. They be like, yeah, we fight sometimes. Like that's supposed to make it, excuse me, that's supposed to make it better. And that she fought back. Like, in other words, he don't just punch me, slap me, push me, and get away with it. You know what I mean? We be rumbling. Fighting and fucking, fighting and fucking and fighting and fuck. Some couples are into that shit. Really, they really into it. Like, I can't, he fucked up my lip and shit. I gotta take tomorrow off. Dumbass. I told him, don't be hitting me in my face. Like, yeah, I've literally heard that kind of shit. Stupid ass motherfucker. He fucked my lip up. He cut me. Whereas that would have ended it with some people. Other people, so what? Everybody got their problems and shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not always his fault. Sometimes it's my fault. I mean, I know sometimes I shouldn't be pushing his buttons, but you know, sometimes shit. Fuck it. I mean, shit. All right, we fight sometimes. All right, fuck. I guess you put fuck behind the worst thing, then that's supposed to make it like, all right, you know, we ain't gotta talk about it no more. All right, yeah, so what? All right, he stabbed me, you know, he tried to shoot me and shit, but he missed. Fuck. Yeah, he put me and the kids out and shit. Told the landlord that I told welfare that I was working. Told the landlord that I shouldn't have Section 8. And yeah, I mean, fuck. I mean, we just still together. Fuck. All right. Mia says the older I get, that threshold gets smaller and smaller because I don't have to deal with I don't have to deal with it, let alone talk to you. B2B says, Mia, you have no idea. How about he showed up driving a car for the weekend and pulled up to my job with her. He says that's my friend, my client. B2B also says mental abuse is another level. What's up? Crystal in the house. What up, Chris? You going to heat. You rubbing on shit, flopping around like a fish. What's up, man? You all right? You coming on cam? What's up? Come on, Cam. You ain't been on cam in a minute. She like, nah, I'm flopping like a fish right now. I'm flopping like a fish right now. Call me back. What's up? Come on. Come on. Stop acting lazy. Come on. There you go. There you go. That's that kitty. That's a good kitty. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That's a good kitty. That's a good kitty. Yes. Stop fucking up my chair. All right. Vita says, nah, this fool never hit me or flinched. He wanted me to snap. He was quick to pull out a camera to record me cussing him out. Okay, just oh my god. LOL, just leave. Yeesh. Mia says, right, absence and silence going to hurt more. If they care about you, it will. You got to make sure those two are intact. Other than that, it's probably better that you just like if you're dealing with a motherfucker that don't really care about you in the first place, it might hurt a little bit more because you feeling like, damn, here I am hurt that they not hurt and hurt because I got hurt and they ain't hurting. Yeah. Rita says, house 2 years. Thank God the police look at my police at my house 60 times. Jeez. What the hell? Vita says, my peace is my threshold. Lordy. Vita said, I want to see the dog. It's a cat. That's a kitty. Yes, it is. That's a kitty. Shed monster. Shed monster. Vita says, when you feel like you gotta play chess and not checkers with someone, it's time to pull the plug. True. The thing is, this shit can go on. It can go on for a while. Like I said, you feel they filling up that cup. They filling up that cup. You know what I mean? You drinking it down. They keep filling till it tops off. Till it tops off. Yeah. So, when there ain't no coming back from that, that's a decision that you have to make though. When there ain't no coming back, sometimes people try to make that decision for you. Like I'm a, some people are too chicken to break up with you, not decent enough to keep it going with you. So they'll try to create a situation where you will end it with them. And that's a dangerous game. And the game sometimes becomes a game. Sometimes the game becomes a real game. So it's like, all right, I did this to her or I did this to him, and they ain't, they still with me. You too heartless to think like, dang, I guess they really, really love me. Instead, you like, well, that ain't work. I'm gonna try this. When the thing you should have really just tried, like, look, get him up out of there. Be like, look, man, you know what I mean? Look, I haven't always been the decent man that I am today. But plenty of times I've told chicks I was messing with, like, look, man, you deserve better than this. Go ahead. And it's crazy when they tell you no. No, you just, you know what I mean? You just want to break up. I'm like, well, yeah. No. And I don't know if y'all ever broke up with somebody that told you no. No, we can work this out. We should go to counseling. Like, nah, I ain't going to no counseling. I don't want to be counseled with you. Yes, you do. You know you love me. No? I don't know why you be acting like that. You know you love me. I'm like, tell me again. Anyway. Yeah, I know. You know I'm not. I wish I was bullshitting. Like, you be thinking they playing. But that's when you realize that you don't really know who you fucking with. Because the same way that they could be in denial, that you don't really rock with them like that. They could also be in denial of the pain that they could inflict on you later. So when you talk about some ain't no coming back from this, it's levels. Heartless comes in two different forms. You have the heartless, to whereas they don't care about anybody else, And then you have the heartless where they don't seem to feel any pain. You got to know what you're dealing with. It's levels. It's levels. Be careful out here, son. Shit is real. Shit is very real. It's very real. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Crystal just give me that look like, yo, son, just pet me. I'm waiting. You know, she don't know. She don't know when I'm doing these shows. She's like, he's talking to me, just not looking at me. They don't understand technology and shit. Anyway, Care Bear says Vita. Wait. Vita says rewriting the narrative. This is a dangerous game. Dangerouser than people think, Vita says. Care Bear says, Vita, shit. If I feel like I have to play any game with you, it's a wrap. Because chess and checkers are both strategic games. Ooh, king me. Motherfucker. Yeah, Carol, we going through this shit again. 1. And I know where he came from. You gotta die. Anyway. Ain't no coming back from this. When you know that you've done something to somebody where you know that you wouldn't forgive them if they did the same thing to you, you in the zone. And if you've been allowing somebody to do things to you that you know they shouldn't get away with, yeah, you got to put the brakes on that too. I'm all about stopping somebody from fucking me over. I'm about that life wholeheartedly and fully. Pussy. Champion. That's what he get for fucking with me. That's what they get for fucking with me. That's what they... Oh, damn. Crystal just came and ate the motherfucker. Yes! Yeah! I don't know about y'all, but I love flies. Flies. She said, he was still moving. But yeah, ain't no coming back from this. Ain't no coming back from this. Ain't no coming back from that. I got the chains and the bats and the whips and the brass knuckles, and I'm about to knuckle up, yup. And I'm about to take you around from what you did and try to put me down. And when I say put me down, I don't mean informing me. I mean that you wasn't warning me and you was trying to make me feel bad. But what really happened is that you made me mad enough. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry like the Hulk. And I'm about to deliver some shit in bulk. And you ain't going to like the package that you get, but I'm about to deliver it. And it's legit. BDB says, I refuse to do business with companies that fuck me over. Does something to me. It's the principle. Yeah. Unfortunately, in business, a lot of times in business, you have to put your pride to the side because it's really about money. It's really about money. The money. But threshold is a threshold. And you might be the type of person that doesn't want to do business with people that you don't like or people who are unscrupulous. But a lot of times in business, you know, you have to remember that you are in it for business. So your pride might not have any place there. You got to get this money. You got to get this money, baby. Think about your future. But when we say ain't no coming back from this, like businesses take a lot of chances on what they do to the public. And you might think, all right, like the BP oil spill back in 2010. You would have thought there ain't no coming back from this with that oil spill. Y'all done fucked up damn near the whole Gulf Coast. What happened? They definitely recover from that shit. Obama let them off the hook. It was one of the things I was really pissed off about. But it's a money thing. So forget about all that aquatic life that you fucked up. The vacation spots that you messed up with the beaches down there. And we don't know what kind of damage that's going to do to the ecosystem with all that oil spilling into the water. You can't clean. You can't clean it up. You can't clean it up. Offshore drilling, baby. But businesses do things all the time that you think they ain't no coming back from. Niggas let businesses all off the hook all the time. Look at Gucci. Look at H&M. Look at Liz Claiborne. Look at Tommy Hilfiger. Look, I don't know. I never really was able to substantiate the whole thing about Timberland. But let's assume that it wasn't true. Because even if it was true, they've come back, I don't know, 30 times over, 30 year times over, if there is such a number. There's hardly anything that you can do to black people collectively to stop them from supporting you if they like your product. Tell me I'm lying. I wish I was lying. Name the one thing, like black people, you can come back to black people after racism, after murder. You know what I'm saying? I remember whose son was murdered. And they befriended the murderer of their son. Like, you know, I just wanted to make a better person in this world. I'm like, yo, come on, man. Go ahead with all that. I want to hear that shit. I wouldn't give a fuck if you was a pastor of the church. I don't want to hear that shit. You murk my people. Fuck you. How about you doing the Lord's work? You done lost your damn mind. Vita says, yep, and my money matters too. For example, going to flea markets. It's all about a bargain to me. I hear that. Mia says, I get irked when I see our folks shopping at stores. They got no business shopping. And yeah, well, you're going to be irked for life. Already been irked. Man, we ought to get an irk club. Speaking of club, I've been having this black idea. You know, I ain't got time for it right now because we got to do these birthday shout outs. But I've been having this black idea. And tomorrow, I'm going to put y'all on to it. And it's really just an idea. And we're going to see what it's hitting for. But right now, but it deals with politics. And I think it's something that we haven't tried, that I know of, that maybe we should take a strong look at. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 5th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Chenoa Watts. Happy birthday to you. And also Pam Roundtree. Happy birthday to you. And Lonnie Hall, turning 60 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Tiffany Medea Blassingale, turning 59 years old today. And Nicole Baker, turning 59 years old today. And Jackie Taylor, turning 58 years old today. And go get her, my girl, go get her, Donna. And highly favored Brown. Donna and highly favored Brown, Cade, turning 69 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my cuz Mark Sonny Branch. I want to say happy birthday to you. Happy Earth Day to you. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 5th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen up. Man, I've had enough. Ain't no coming back from that. Yeah, what you did was whack, and what I did was whack. To you, that's something that we should never do. But I know that it don't show. But I wanted it to go that way. And I'd like to say that hopefully we have a better day. That's coming on forth, that's coming on through. And I would like to say I apologize to you, but I know that I can't come back, and I ain't even going to put you to task. And I know that the time will come when I'll be thinking that the things I did tonight was dumb. But I know that I have to keep going, start proving, start showing, all knowing. I'm like an oracle structure, but I fucked you, and I really, really feel bad. But I figured that there was no coming back from that, and I hope you're not really that mad. But I gotta deal with the consequences in the sentence that I got served. And I know that wasn't what happened. I'm like, and you like, yo, that nigga got a lot of nerve. Hey, yo. It's time to go. Hey, yo, the DG show. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go-Getterism show, so make sure y'all come on through. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't subscribed to the channel. All right, y'all. So Blog Talk, we going to get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. On the other side, my boobers. Peace.